appeared at 3:47 p.m. on a Tuesday, right in the middle of my shift at the convenience store. A blue window, floating in the air, just like in the manhwas.
System initialization complete. Select your ability.
Everyone got one. Every single person on Earth. I watched it happen through the store window. People stopping mid-step, staring at invisible screens only they could see. My manager picked pyrokinesis. Idiot. My co-worker picked super strength. Boring. Me? I scrolled through the options like I was checking a menu I'd memorized years ago. Because I had. In every comic, every anime, every power scaling debate at 2 a.m. on Reddit. Super strength? Tempting. But strength has a ceiling. You can only hit so hard before physics says no. Flight? Please. Cool for about a week until you realize you're just a slow-moving target in the sky. Teleportation? Now that's interesting. But it has a fatal flaw. Reaction time. You still need to think, to process, to choose where to go. In a real fight, you're dead before you blink. Telekinesis, energy manipulation, elemental control, all flashy, all powerful, all require focus, concentration, energy reserves. But speed? Speed is different. Speed breaks everything. People don't get it at first. They think, oh, you run fast, cute. They pick the flashy powers, the ones that look cool in movies. But they haven't read the forums, haven't done the math, haven't seen what happens when you actually scale speed to its logical conclusion. At a certain point, speed stops being about running. It becomes time manipulation, relativity, physics-breaking bullshit that makes you untouchable. See, the stronger guy, I can punch him 1,000 times before his fist moves an inch. The guy who shoots fireballs? I'm behind him before the flames leave his hands. The telepath reading my mind? Good luck processing thoughts when I'm moving faster than your neurons can fire. And teleportation? That's the best part. Teleportation requires thought, destination, activation. But speed? Speed is constant, always on, always active. You know what happens when you move fast enough? Air becomes solid. A gentle push becomes a nuclear explosion. Water turns into concrete. Your perception of time dilates. A second for everyone else becomes minutes for you. Hours. Days. I've read every manga arc, every comic run. I know how this goes. The speedster is always nerfed, always held back by writers who realize they accidentally created God. But this isn't a story. There's no writer holding me back for plot convenience. No, I need to be careful, or I can't control it yet. I selected the best speed-related choice I can think of, without hesitation.
Ability confirmed. Supreme velocity beginning integration.
The change was instant. The world slowed. Not stopped. Slowed. Like someone turned down the playback speed of reality. A customer was dropping a cup. I watched it tumble through the air, rotating maybe 1 degree per second from my perspective. I walked over, felt like walking normally, and caught it before it fell an inch. From his perspective, it must have looked like I teleported. My manager was yelling something about getting back to work, but his words were stretched out, deep, incomprehensible. I had time to walk outside, check the news on my phone, read 3 articles about the system, and walk back before his mouth finished forming the first syllable. See, everyone else is thinking about today, about the flashy powers, the immediate strength. But I'm thinking about tomorrow, next week, next month. They'll train their fire blasts, their super punches, their force fields. They'll feel powerful. and I'll be moving faster. Learning, adapting. Every day, every hour, pushing the limits of what speed means. They'll create heroes and villains, form teams, build hierarchies based on who picked the strongest power. And I'll be watching, waiting, moving through their world like they're standing still. This is it, the moment every kid dreams about, the moment I've been preparing for through thousands of chapters, hundreds of episodes, countless hours of power scaling debates. This is the start of my legend. This is the beginning of my story. And I'm going to be the fastest there ever was.